I'm James Michelson. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of VDP Web. We started as a digital agency and built a collection of SaaS tools. So we're both a software company and a marketing agency that does the back-end support for all the projects we're talking about.
Jim also is the author of a great book, Cross Media Marketing 101. And believe me, cross media it's not just the future, it's the now. So whether you're talking to Jim or someone else who's an expert in that field, all printing companies need to begin to understand cross media and integrated marketing. No.
Anyone with a large enough checkbook can walk out on the show floor here and buy all the software, all the equipment that they want, right? So there's not any sustained competitive advantage that you have the latest wing-ding thing from an OEM manufacturer, because all you need is cash. Now, if you have cash, that makes it easy. What you really need to think about is not so much the product, but the information that you're going to gather and collect and how you're going to use that information in the future. We've gone from a society of local mom and pops to a period where everything was very centralized. And what I think you're going to find is over the next 10 years, it's all going to go back to being very local mom and pop again. The technology's gotten to the point where the prices are coming down, your manufacturing is going to be less centralized. How many breweries were in Chicago? In Chicago, 20 years ago, commercial breweries. One. There was one commercial brewery in this entire city. Now there's 50. And I use beer because most people I know like it, but that industry is kind of leading the way to everything that we're going to see in the print world. The advantages are coming, whether it's 3D printing and you make your cups, or anything else. It's going to be the knowledge that you gain from those software investments and those hardware investments that are going to be valuable.
Can I add something to that? One of the things that you brought up, which I think was great, is the information. It's about gathering that information because, you know, we're going to be talking about marketing, and I think what gone are the days of spraying, 100,000 direct mail pieces to people. Everything needs to be more individualized and more geared toward the various segments. So it's about gathering that information. Every printer out there, everybody you talk to, you should be gathering that information, getting it into a database and utilizing it in any of your marketing. So that was an excellent point.
In your businesses, as you're working with customers or with your own company, what do you see the most successful printing companies doing to market themselves? Who has a mic in their hands? Richard does.
I talked to a company in Colorado Springs, Colorado, a few weeks ago that I found to be absolutely fascinating. They started out as a letter shop, and they still have a component of their business that is typical letter shop work, but slowly they're creating essentially what is an inbound marketing agency on top of that letter shop work. And they've done that first by understanding all of the ranges of service that they can provide, anything from doing social media to writing blogs for companies, and then applying that in their own business. And as they learned by doing, they also began doing content marketing out into the print world, and they've taken on customers to convert them, to help them convert from conventional letter shop, conventional print companies to truly marketing service providers, and then some, really to the point of agency work.
So would you say they're self-taught in a sense?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jim, you have a mic in your hand.
The companies that we see that are being very effective, that have increased their market share in sales, have really taken the information that they gather and then are applying that to their customers' needs, both for themselves, so they can go out and understand what their customers are, figure out where they are in the buying cycle, because now you don't need to talk to a salesperson to do research. I miss those days. Someone had to call me if they wanted to know something. Now they go online, they look at 50 competitors, and they already have an idea of what they want long before you ever talk to them. So understanding and communicating with them in a two-way conversation, the customers that do that for themselves through their customer base and for their clients, and whatever they are downstream, they're the ones that are being very effective. Because that'll tell you what to produce, how to produce it, and where to price it. Everyone is in sales, and they're pitching content. I don't care whether it comes from marketing, production, the accounts payable, accounts receivable. You're getting the message to the right person at the right time on the right device. There is no difference between sales and marketing, and marketers who think that way are going to be out of a job because they need to justify their expenditures, they need to prove their leads, and they need to close business. Because business isn't getting closed through the sales channels anymore. It's getting closed somewhere in the ether, and there's so many places online on the web in the world now. It used to be you had 2 channels. They ordered from your catalog or you called. That's it. There were 2. Now they come from millions of different locations, and you better figure out where they are, and that's through your content. So in my mind, marketing and sales are the same thing, pitching content.